But you're the villain in this to these people, right? Right here, this crowd, the people who showed up here, I heard them boo you. What does that feel like?
It's cool. I've been booed before. Hey, listen, they can't fight for him, so it don't matter.
And when they say you're gonna run, what do you have to tell them?
I already said it before. Before we got here, I said, I'm gonna run upside his head.
So he's gonna run, but upside Canelo's head.
For years, the boxing world has seen Canelo Alvarez as an unstoppable force, a modern titan carving his name into history. He is the king, the cash cow, the man who seems untouchable. But Keith one-time Thurman has pulled back the curtain not only on Canelo, but on the mindset of his opponents. In doing so, he has laid out a simple plan showing why Terence Crawford does not just have a chance. He has the exact strategy to dethrone the king and deliver one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. Thurman believes Canelo Alvarez is not unbeatable. The aura of invincibility around him is built not only by himself, but by the failures and fears of the men facing him. The real question is not what Canelo will do on fight night. Everyone knows he will appear as the powerful, methodical pressure fighter he has always been. The crucial question is what his opponent will do. Are they truly there to win or only to survive?
Canelo Alvarez is not, was not, and will not ever be an unbeatable fighter. That's fine. None of us are really unbeatable, right? But people got to understand this. Canelo Alvarez is not an unbeatable fighter. The question is, whoever he's fighting, we don't question what Canelo's going to do, right? We question what his opponents are going to do, right? It's not even really about Canelo. Canelo's going to show up as Canelo Alvarez, right? Ginger boy. So the question is, are you going to beat him? And are you going to beat him today? Like when fight night happens, is it you? And is it now? You ready to beat him now? He's not unbeatable. Maybe you can beat him, but are you going to do it? And are you going to do it now?
Thurman points to the Danny Jacobs fight as his first piece of evidence. He recalls watching that fight expecting a high-level chess match from a fighter with Jacobs' strong amateur background. Instead, he found it disappointing. He had never seen anyone make Jacobs miss so many punches. Canelo's defense was impressive, but the true story was Jacobs' hesitation. He fought cautiously, doing just enough not to get knocked out, but never fully, committing to a winning game plan. He reacted to Canelo, failing to force Canelo to react to him. It was a performance built on survival, and against someone like Canelo, survival is just a slow death. Canelo's opponents often lose mentally long before they lose physically. But the proof of this psychological warfare goes deeper than just one fight.
Canelo was feeling himself. Canelo had preparation. He had that head movement, losing to Floyd, this and that. He fought some flat-footed fighters. He got used to getting his head here and there and ducking down and then pulling out and spinning out and little tactics. I've never seen somebody make Danny Jacobs miss so many punches. It was highly impressive. I did not expect that, you know, because the amateur pedigree growing up with Danny Jacobs, I know exactly what kind of New York fighter he is. And then the other one that surprised me in Canelo's career was when he defeated Larry Lara.
To understand the mental trap Canelo sets, Thurman recalls the fight that shocked him. Canelo versus heiress Landy Lara. On paper, Lara was all wrong for Canelo. A slick, technical Cuban boxer with great footwork and a sharp jab. Lara had the ideal style to outbox and frustrate a pressure fighter. Thurman admits he did not give Canelo a chance. He thought it was a classic boxer versus brawler matchup where the boxer would dance to victory, but he was wrong. Canelo won, and the way he won was eye-opening for Thurman. Lara had the tools and the perfect plan, but he could not pull the trigger. He seemed timid, hesitant, and unwilling to take the necessary risk to dominate. He let Canelo control the pace and dictate the terms. It was another instance of a skilled fighter failing to execute.
The other one that surprised me in Canelo's career was when he defeated Larry Lara. I'm not a betting man most of the times. I wasn't thinking about it much, but I did not give him a thought that he's got this fight. I'm like, nah, this is a bad setup. This boxer has what it takes to outbox a Canelo Alvarez. You can have what it takes, are you gonna do it? Are you gonna execute? Are you gonna not be scared? Are you gonna not be timid? Are you gonna not waste time? So like I said about my statement for this fight, victory comes in preparation.
Thurman discovered an important truth that night. You can possess everything required to defeat Canelo, but the real question is whether you will actually do it. Will you step into the ring without fear, without intimidation, and carry out your strategy from the first bell to the final bell? For Thurman, this pattern of mental collapse became essential. It is not about being a superior boxer to Canelo. It is about having the determination to prove it for 12 complete rounds. That is why he believes Terence "Bud" Crawford is different. This is where Thurman's blueprint for Crawford begins. He insists that success for Crawford depends completely on preparation and tactics. It is not about answering fire with fire. Attempting to overpower Canelo is a futile mission. You cannot damage what Thurman calls the gorilla neck boy. GGG could not drop him, and many other heavy hitters have hardly made him flinch. Therefore, the only path is tactical, a plan that demands discipline and a high ring IQ. Thurman says if you want to know if Crawford is ready to win, watch the first few rounds. Everything rests on one weapon, the jab. If Crawford works carefully behind his jab setting range and managing the pace he is moving toward victory, he needs to mirror the two fighters who troubled Canelo the most. Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol both relied on their jabs to keep Canelo away, maintained control of distance, and used every bit of the ring to their advantage. The purpose is not to injure Canelo. It is to outbox him, frustrate him, force him to miss, and punish him. It is a contest of points, precision, and footwork. As the bout progresses, that 14-pound weight difference may become important, but it is a double-edged sword. Will the extra weight make Crawford stronger, or will it reduce his agility?
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
In his observation, Thurman identifies a subtle but crucial shift in Canelo's recent performances. He believes Canelo has lost some of his bite. The fierce finisher, who once chased knockouts, appears to have faded. We have seen him in bouts where he seems content to go the distance to secure a safe points victory rather than end the fight. For Thurman, this is a significant change. It levels the playing field. If Canelo is not relentlessly chasing a finish, it gives a master boxer like Crawford space to breathe, think, and operate. A less aggressive Canelo is far more beatable. It IUE opens the door for Crawford to carry out his tactical plan without the constant threat of being overwhelmed. This possible lack of killer instinct from Canelo changes the dynamic of the later rounds, especially from 7 to 12. As the fight grows more intense and fatigue takes hold, this is where Crawford's superior conditioning and agility can truly emerge. If he survives the early rounds and Canelo is not pushing for a stoppage, the fight can gradually shift into Crawford's control.
You hurt the gorilla neck boy, you know?
Don't rely on that.
He's hard to hurt, man. He's hard to hurt.
Don't rely on hurting Canelo. I think
That's what I'm saying. Triple G didn't drop him. All these fighters been hitting him.
Take a page from Bivol and Mayweather. What they do, they fought behind the jab. They kept their distance. They've used the entire ring, and that's something that he can bring to the table. Use that distance from
Bivol
both
backed him up.
But the funny thing is, with the extra body weight, is he agile?
Yeah.
Is the footwork going to be able to move, still use the ring? And as those later rounds, round 7,
that's what I said to you last week, 14 pounds matters.
9, 10, you know, as the pressure continues. You know, the other thing too is Canelo lost a little bit of his bite. He hasn't been tremendously, you know, devastating and taking people out. So that helps, that re-establishes the fight and is in Bud Crawford's favor there, you know?
While Thurman's blueprint appears logical, many believe it collapses under one massive factor: weight. Brian Mendoza, a fighter familiar with overcoming size disadvantages, considers this challenge too steep for Crawford to handle. He states directly it is too much weight for Crawford to add, especially since he began his career at lightweight. Mendoza respects Crawford's talent, but warns that the power of the larger man must be recognized. He has sparred with heavyweights and understands the difference in power is real. He believes that once Canelo begins landing his heavy punches, the dynamic will shift. He thinks Canelo will rise to the occasion and that his size and power will ultimately prove decisive. This conflict of opinions between skill and size makes this potential fight electrifying. It is a classic boxing dilemma.
There's an 85+ chance to beat Canelo. Why? He's not going in there to prove something, which will fall into Canelo's hand. He would love for him to prove something. That means you will stay there and try to prove something.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds.
I remember when Terence Crawford fought with Madrimo.
Yes.
He looks slow. He looks with no power, and 3 more divisions. Two more divisions. I think it's a top fight for Terence Crawford.
But I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been putting big guys out and down. And Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe. And he been hurting these guys. I think he be driving these guys and things like that. So
as long as Crawford stays away and just.
In a surprising move, Canelo brought in one of the most dangerous young fighters in the world for sparring Jiren Boots Ennis. One of the first to praise this decision was Keith Thurman. He called it a world-class move and recognized the strategy behind it. Andis is arguably the best switch hitter Canelo could train with to prepare for Crawford.
Now it's here, Keith. You ready?
Man.
Yeah, of course, baby. Going this way? Yeah, man. You know, it's a fight you ain't gonna want to miss, man. One time back. I told you the comeback 2025 is the key.
What do you think about Ennis joining Canelo for the Crawford camp?
Hey, good stuff.
You think that matters?
That's beautiful.
Anywhere.
That's beautiful, man. You know, when you.
Good move.
That's world class. That's, you know, I mean, it's the best switch hitter he can get. That's not his opponent, you know. It's champions working with champions, you know. In the modern day and age, man, you don't get that a lot, you know. It reminds me back when I was supposed to fight Marcos Maidana, and I got Sean Porter for sparring.
Thank you, boss. You're the best.
You know, so I like.
This shows that Canelo and his team are focusing not only on their strengths, but also on neutralizing Crawford's biggest weapons. This is not the behavior of an overconfident champion. It is calculated preparation from someone who knows his throne is under threat. By sparring with Ennis, Canelo becomes familiar with the awkward angles, speed, and unpredictability that a switch hitter like Crawford brings. He is solving the puzzle in training so that on fight night there are no surprises. This single move proves Canelo is playing chess while others are playing checkers. He understands the challenge Crawford presents and is taking steps to prepare for it. This adds another layer to the narrative, a clear sign that Canelo is just as aware of the strategies to beat him as Thurman is.
Yeah, you know, it's Riyadh season, Netflix, everybody around this fight. You can see that.
It is hard to overlook the context of Keith Thurman's analysis. He is not just a retired commentator, he is an active rival with ambitions connected to Terence Crawford. Thurman has publicly called out Crawford, offering to fight him if the Canelo match ever falls through.
What's up, bud? What's good, son? Come on, G. Great performance. Salute, salute, salute 3 times for you, man. All the belts, greatness. What you do is greatness. But, you know, this is your man Thurman, bro. You know we go back. You know we go way back, boy. And I promise you, son, my face, it won't look like that. Why, Keith? Why? Because my feet ain't flat. You know I can stick and move, boy. You know I can double pump fake just like you. Thurman different. Been different, boy. This is my last boxing talk for the day, man. That hype week fight week, got all the views, baby. You got all the views. Let's go. I'm proud of you, boy. But you know one thing you ain't seen in this life yet, and that's your man right here. Keith one-time Thurman. Talk to Al. Send the contract. It's time to eat. I'm hungry, baby. I'm hungry, baby. It's time to eat. I'm in the gym working for you.
He believes he has a level of athleticism Crawford has never faced, not even against Errol Spence Jr. So when Thurman outlines the plan to beat Canelo, he is subtly sending a message to Crawford. He is dissecting a shared enemy while displaying his own understanding of the sport. Every piece of advice he gives Crawford also highlights his boxing IQ. Is he genuinely trying to help a fellow American succeed, or is he positioning himself, showing he knows the keys to beating the best fighters of his generation? This adds an interesting layer of personal rivalry to the discussion. This is a fighter from Crawford's generation, someone he might face in the future, breaking down the biggest fight of his life.
It's a guy named Keith Thurman, who's been on The Last Stand and said he is fiending to get his paws on Terence Bud Crawford. Does Terence Crawford want to fight Keith Thurman?
Listen, man. Everybody know Keith Thurman is just talking. You know, you got to understand. Keith Thurman was the same guy that said that I'm not a real welterweight. Keith Thurman is the same guy that said I haven't really proven myself at welterweight. Keith Thurman is the same guy that expressed himself of, you know, not being interested in fighting Terence Crawford. So now, all of a sudden, out of the blue, he's fiending to fight Terence Crawford. Okay. See, the thing is, when you're not relevant, you gotta, you know what I mean, take shots at the guys that's relevant. Now all of a sudden you out there naked in the streets. Now you want to fight everybody. Come on, man. We don't believe you.
So as the smoke clears, two clear paths to victory appear. On one side is Terence Crawford, the master technician, equipped with what Keith Thurman believes is the perfect plan. This path requires flawless execution, strong mental toughness, and the discipline to follow a jab-focused strategy for 12 rounds. He needs to be the matador, not the bull using his speed and intelligence to outmaneuver a bigger, stronger opponent. On the other side is Canelo Alvarez, the powerful king of the sport supported by his size and strength. His path to victory is more straightforward. Cut off the ring, apply constant pressure, and show that no amount of technical skill can resist his devastating power. As fighters and experts remain divided, Thurman's final words on the matter may be the most revealing. He says that when two elite fighters of this level meet in the ring, it ultimately comes down to one simple thing. The one who truly wants it is the one who will win. The lingering question is who wants it more? Does Crawford's goal of achieving boxing greatness outweigh Canelo's strong desire to keep his title? Or will Crawford turn into just another skilled opponent who had the tools but could not perform when it mattered most?
It's what boxing's all about, man. The one who really wants it is the one who's going to win. I know Bud wants it. He's from my generation. He's a true American. I'm in his corner. I wish him the best of luck. But, you know, I don't doubt Canelo. I don't doubt what Canelo's capable of.
12. So that is all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And do not forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.